Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming at you today. And so I've been having something on my mind here lately. America. What is it? Where'd it come from? And I'd like to simplify what we're really fighting for. What it is that is going on these days in the news and these different anti-American groups, and they run under the false flag of pretty much love is what they're trying to advocate. They're trying to say that it's immoral to put up a wall because it's not love, and it's not right to tell a transgender person that they're mentally unstable, and they feel that enabling this bad behavior, these mental issues that these folks have, they feel like enabling it is showing them love, when I would argue on the contrary, enabling it is becoming part of the problem. Anytime somebody has an issue, whatever it may be, any type of problem, a hurdle that they need to overcome in their life, the solution is never to comfort or enable or fortify the problem. The way that you overcome it is by strength and courage, and you overcome the problem. You deal with the pain of it, whatever it may be, and you deal with the pain of it. You work your way through, and with God, on your side, you will make it through, and everybody lives happily ever after. So that's how you tackle problems, right? You don't avoid them, you don't hide from them, you don't excuse them. And so that's what we've got. A lot of people nowadays that are trying to handle everything with this so-called love. It's more of an emotional response instead of a logical, rational, intuitive way of looking at life. And so that seems to be the big difference between the two sides. And obviously the anti-American side is they want to throw this fake love at everything, and try to play the high ground, as if their way is supreme and righteous, when we know that it actually just leads to more destruction and chaos and everything bad. So America, I'm gonna jump to another section here, another subject. So America is an idea, right? It's it is a place, here we are in America, but that's just looking at it on the surface. When you look at what it is actually an idea, right? It's a philosophical and ideological idea, and to add to that, it's an idea that can only come from the belief system, the teachings of Judeo-Christianity, right? So no other language, no other religion on earth that has been or that is can create this same type of system that America is. This same idea of liberty and freedom for all, and equal opportunity, not equal. Not equal in the end game, but we have the equal opportunity, right? So that's an idea that can only come from Judeo-Christianity, because they are religions of love and peace. And so in essence, the idea of America is the manifestation of the Word of God, how He wants us to exist on His planet Earth, right? That's how He wants us to exist. And so that's what's so beautiful about America and what it is, because it's not just a place. It's a special place. It's heaven sent, right? It's backed by the authority of our Creator. And, you know, of course there was some bad times. I'm not going to say that America's history is all good, although, you know, a majority of America's negative history comes from the Democrats and their racist temper tantrums that they threw for almost 150 years, you know, ever since I think the 1850s or so. And that really consists of most of our negative history. So I lost my train of thought there. I kind of lost track. So here we are, America built on Judeo-Christianity type principles, and you know it's the best thing that Earth has going for it right now, as far as in terms of freedom and you know, in essence, civil rights. And we are the last truly free country that there is. And this way of life, this Judeo-Christian way of life, is under attack, right, by these anti-American thugs, really is what they are. You know, the typical people, when we disagree, we have a disagreement, we shake hands when we're done, and that's it. We part ways, and if we ever meet up again, you know, you can tip your hat or whatever, but there's never an animosity, you know, type of atmosphere. But these new wave of people that we've got, these anti-Americans, they get so angry about these pro-American ideas. You know, you wear a hat that supports the president and his American nationalist views, and you run the risk of getting attacked and getting slandered and being called racist. And that's not how you have conversations. That's how you defame. And it's almost like it's more of a defense mechanism than it is an actual argument. It's more like, if I call you racist, that means that there's 100% chance that I'm not racist because I called you racist first, so I automatically win. But in the real world, that's not a legitimate argument. If somebody tried that with me, I'd probably just laugh at them. It'd be like, I'd rather argue with a rock. So we've got this new wave type of people out here, and that's how they argue, right? They can't argue with truth on their side because they don't have truth on their side. All that they have is you know, the blame game, and they try to come up with these you know, radical ideas and call their enemy names, and unfortunately they've got the media on their side, which fuels the fire, right? It makes it tougher for us patriotic Americans to make a case for ourselves, because you've got these people that have been told to hate the idea of what America is, and they're being force-fed this information from everywhere. You know, from no matter where they turn, they're being force-fed this information. And really, it's unfortunate. You know, I strongly disagree with the whole anti-American movement, although they don't label it that. That's what it is. I strongly disagree with it, but I feel kind of bad for them, because really they're just asleep. You know, they don't have, they're just stuck in the psychological conditioning, and it's unfortunate. And hopefully some of them end up waking up and getting out of that slumber, so that way they can see a little clearer and realize that they're just being duped by their own, you know, government and the media, the very things that they're supposed to be able to trust. But so I think I kind of sidetracked a little bit. So, you know, I laid out a pretty good foundation there. The idea of America is that of a heavenly sent set of rules to live by, and it's the closest thing we can have to heaven on earth, right? It is. I mean, that might be kind of pushing it, but pretty close. So we've established that, and we've established that it's under attack, right? This way of life is under attack constantly. And so with that being said, I think that about wraps up my outlook, my simplification of what we've got going on. And I would like to add that, although they are throwing some huge temper tantrums, they're not going to win. They had their chance, and we almost lost our country. If Miss Hillary there would have gotten her way, then America would have been doomed, and this would be broadcasted in Muslim or something like that, or Arabic, excuse me. But she didn't, and we got our champion. There's no doubt about it. The timing of it was just too coincidental, or too precise to be coincidental. We happen to get a guy like Donald Trump, a down-to-earth, no-nonsense fella that you can't push him around. He's a rock, right? Solid. And, the timing's impeccable, right? No way that's a coincidence. That was a godsend. He sent us a champion, and we voted for him. And he's doing good things. He's doing big things. He's putting in work. And there's no doubts on my part here. I think that we're good. We just need to stand strong and keep exposing these anti-Americans for what they are. Because at the end of the day, that's all they're doing is shouting. And I'm not saying outshout them, because I believe you don't fight fire with fire. But I do believe that the truth is important, and people need to stand up calmly and patiently and firmly, and not give in to this their bullyish tactics. And we got this. So I'm signing off for now. We're Liberty Titans, libertytitans.com. We sell patriotic t-shirts. Check us out, like us, give us a follow. Stay real, America.